Okay, I believe we are now live. Just gonna make sure this sucker's working, get it in Discord, and then we can start. Just gonna make sure this sucker... Okay, the audio sounds perfectly fine. So we will be doing another 4 weeks today. We'll be going through weeks 9 through 12. We're going to be practically almost done the season at the end of this stream. So the plan is we have this stream, the next stream, which will be sometime next week. I'm not really sure. That will be weeks 13 to 16. Always deserves its own stream. So even with doing 4 weeks per stream, we're still able to do week 17 separately, in which we'll treat it like a normal week 17. We watch probably, I don't know, 2 games, and then we simcast the rest. So before we start, I find it kind of funny that the Texans have a scenario involving Travis Kelce, who they just cut, and of course is now... let me just show you guys the beauty here. Travis Kelce is now on this team. Yeah. Nice. So we will have a vote for the first game, because we had a vote and it was tied, and then the second vote was also tied. So it's the Bulldogs and Chiefs versus the Cardinals and Thunderbirds. I am allowed to get 1 vote. Everybody in the chat is allowed to get 1 vote. I will cast my vote for the Cardinals and the Thunderbirds. So if you want to see the Bulldogs and Chiefs, type in A. If you want to see the Cardinals and Thunderbirds, type in B, because that's probably going to be easier to type out. Where's the proof? Okay, let me give you your proof that you cannot get Travis Kelce. Why didn't Boomy and Jax cut people? I don't know. So the Caps currently have 1.35 million cap space. The Ravens have negative 1.34. So the Ravens don't even have positive money to begin with. Both teams also have 53 players, although even if they had less, they still couldn't because, you know, money. But here, Baltimore 53, and then the Caps should also be 53. Yep. What is your cap? Let's see. 2 more votes for B. So if it is B, then the first game today will be simcasted. The losing vote getter will still get simcasted. The Titans have about 30. So they're good. It's kind of sad when 3 teams bid on the same player and the Diablos were the only team with enough money. That's just kind of ironic, because we've been broke throughout most of this OFL cycle. Alright, it looks like B is going to win, so we're going to have... Oh, wait, no, we're going to have Siri pick a user for the first game. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri selected 1. So for the simcast game, we will use her Bulldogs. Trade is now in, so you now have Christian Kirk, and I have Scobert and Powers. Yeah, there you go. And I moved Scobert's position. Because my only good linebacker is my middle linebacker. So, yeah, Scobert's going to play on the outside. Since we won a 4-3, he'd be a fine scheme fit. What is the Bulldogs' record again? Aren't they like 5-2? Yeah, they're 5-2. Kansas City is 3-4, trying to get back on the W column. It's kind of wild that the Bulldogs have Ezekiel Elliott, Devontae Adams, and Deshaun Watson all on the same offense. Like, they made the NFC Championship last year, and they significantly improved their team throughout the offseason. So the Bulldogs, in my opinion, could be a real sleeper to make some noise. Now, Deshaun Watson only has 9 touchdowns. His numbers throughout this OFL cycle have not been good. Devontae Adams has not scored once. Jeez. So clearly Arizona was a better fit for him than London. You know why Bulldogs? Well, the Bulldogs are 5-2. The Bulldogs are good. Kansas City's not bad either. The Chiefs have the same. The Chiefs have the same record as Toronto and Arizona. I'm pretty sure both the Cardinals and the Thunderbirds are under 500. I think. Because I'm pretty sure the Cardinals are only 3-4. I know Toronto is, but I think Arizona's only 3-4 too. I might be wrong about that. A lot of points. Oh wow, the Bulldogs scored twice late in the half. Seems like Kansas City can only score field goals. Yeah, this game looks about over. The London Bulldogs have now won, what, like 4 in a row? They beat the Chiefs 24-9, not overly close at all. So London is now 6-2, Kansas City is now 3-5. The Chiefs did not score a touchdown once today. That's pretty bad. Deshaun Watson and Scooter threw 3 interceptions. So both quarterbacks kind of sucked. To be honest, I mean, Scooter threw for a ton of yards, but neither of them were all that good today. Y'all wanted to watch a 20... to be fair, it probably wouldn't have been the same result had we watched. Make sure Kirk is in the slot. Okay, I can do that. I imagine the game is smart enough to put him in there since he's a slot receiver. And since he's actually got... Well, holy cow, there's a lot of sacks. Von Miller had 3.5. Okay. Yeah, most of the sacks are by London. So in Scooter's defense, he got rocked in the pocket. How many times total did he get sacked? Oh, it's not going to show us here. It'll only show us in the other screen. So I guess we're going to have to count it. 5.5, 7, 8, 9. 9 times Scooter got sacked. Yes, I traded Christian Kirk to the Titans for 2 defensive players because I did not need Christian Kirk at all. Yes, RH3 is now wide receiver 2. I don't really know why Noob made that move. I get why he put RH3 to the second receiver, but I would have kept him in the slot. I thought that was kind of a bad move by him, to put N'Keal Harry in the slot. But I do think moving RH3 up to wide receiver 2 is pretty smart. I see this absolutely a win. Yeah, one of your teams is going to win. We want the Titans. Whoa, Javi is X Factor, what? I mean, we haven't seen the depth traits. I guess here's one of them. Okay, that's a big deal. I mean, that's not that big of a deal for this year, but it'll be a big deal for the long-term sim. Who is Timmy Morris? Yeah, no. Get out of there. Devs this... I don't really want to do the devs with the other stuff, because this is already a super long stream to begin with. But I noticed one of our players' dev traits was revealed when I was fixing our depth chart. He had star. So that is what like kind of planted the idea in my head that, oh shoot, I need to show devs soon. But maybe I'll do like a short separate stream for it, or maybe we'll find time at the end of today's stream. But I would probably wait until the end rather than doing it now. Okay, I think the Caps had a bye week. Oh, Dallas won! The Cowboys are no longer winless! So that means the only winless team is Detroit, unless they won too. Yeah, Columbus did not play, and they played Dallas this week. But then it gets tough. Diablos and Bulldogs. Can we change his X Factor? We can change it after the stream. Cardinals beat are the Cardinals 4-4? Just so I'm factually correct. No, they're 5-3. Okay. Why did I think they were under 500? Alexei Smirnov was not very good for his standards at all, despite winning. Hey, Roman Higgins was kind of good. 6 for 62. Led all players in catches and yards. He practically doubled his amount of receptions within like 1 week. Oof, Bucks? What happened to the Bucks? I'm confused. What happened to the Bucks? We want the Chargers. The Chargers cannot stop losing. 38-31 against the X Factor, Javi Beretta, and the Tennessee Titans. Beretta was not all that good, though. He threw 3 interceptions. Peugeot was fine. Christian McCaffrey was quite good. I don't know why he only got the ball 12 times. How did Christian Kirk do? 4 for 65 and a touchdown. That's a good debut. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I kind of like that trade for the Titans. But the only thing is, their receiving core is already loaded as is, because they have Jeremiah Harris, who's a stud, and they have Deontay Harris, who's really good, too. The Colts only... Oh, wait, no, this is the Chiefs. I thought it was the Colts because I knew we were close to them, and I saw Colts. Okay. Now, the Colts. I was going to say, Eddie Small is not going to score 9 points in a game, okay? They scored 20, and they beat the Raiders. Eddie was not all that good, though. Neither was Marvin Jones. Instead of 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions, he had 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Saquon Barkley had a big game. Lions and... Hey, the Ravens are good. Well, I wouldn't say good. I would say they're decent. I wouldn't say they're poverty. But good might be a stretch. I'm not ready to call the Ravens good. They're not that bad. Can the Cougars stay hot? They put up 38 points. So in their last 4 games, they've scored 40... Their last 5, excuse me, they've scored 45, 36, 38, 31, 38. They've only scored below 26 once. The defending champs are back. They're back. DR3, 4 touchdowns. Kyler Murray, 3 interceptions. I did not even know the Steelers had D.D. Westbrook. Huh, the more you know. Two picks for Malik Hooker. Who did Dallas beat? Oh, that's why you said oof to the Bucs, because they're the team who lost to Dallas. Okay, that makes sense. Aaron Trout, 3 touchdowns. Jordan Love also with 3 touchdowns. Eckler had a pretty good game. Who is Chris Briscoe? I have no idea who this human is. Very nice indeed. What's poppin', Colin? Welcome in. Ooh, can the Diablos stay hot? Oh, we had a bye week. Well, we didn't lose. The Dolphins beat the Jets 17-12. So the Jets have clearly cooled off after their hot start. So the Carson Wentz MVP thing was kind of a fluke. Lampman was fine. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. If you don't get a 60-yard deep bump from Smirnoff, I'm going to lose it. That'd be the one time Nick wants a Hail Mary from Alexei Smirnoff against his Thunderbirds. Diablos totally clapped the bye week. Wait, who had 3 sacks? Isaiah Drummond, the safety, had 3 sacks. I was looking back on the stream. That's how I knew that. Philadelphia had a bye week. The Niners, their defense finally plays well, but their offense this time sucks. And Portland is like ice cold, too. You shouldn't be losing to Portland. They are not very good. Sony Michel was the game's leading rusher. Huh. Campanaro with a touchdown. Two sacks for Buckner. The Jags had a bye week. The Jets lost. The Lions won! IT has won a game with the Lions. I never thought I'd see the day. It finally happened. And it happened against the Ravens of all teams too, which is kind of funny. So nobody's going 0-16 this year, and IT dominated. 3 touchdowns, no picks. There was a part of me that wanted to see the Lions go 0-16, but there was also a part of me that was like, I mean, seeing the Lions and seeing the record 0-16, I know. So this is his first win in Detroit. It took nearly a whole year, but it happened. Finally. Only the Ravens would find a way to lose a game to Detroit. Only the Ravens. The Packers beat Toronto 28-21, so the Thunderbird season is low-key on the line against Arizona. If they lose, I mean, it's not like the NFC North is all that good at the moment. The Packers are super hot and cold. And Memphis, I don't fully trust, and obviously the Lions aren't really a threat. So Toronto could find a way to squeak in at like 9-7 again. But they have put themselves in another bad situation early in the year, which seems to happen like every year of this team. Wally allowed 2 more sacks. Wally sucks. Cody Cantrell with 3 sacks. Reggie Peters has not had like a good game yet this year. Carolina gets smothered by the Sentinels. And the NFC South continues to get weirder. Tua Tagovailoa played well. Dak Prescott did not. Why did I pick Carolina to get the 1 seed again? I don't think Carolina improved this offseason. I feel like they got worse. I don't know why I picked them to win the 1 seed. Not that I think Carolina is bad. I still think they can get in the playoffs, but I would definitely say Baker is better than Dak. New England, 45-38. Did Kenneth Hawthorne play well? Yeah, I know Reggie Peters had 3 tackles for... He had a good game against the Packers. But other than that, I need to see his numbers because I have not noticed him high on the sack list at all. Did Kenneth Hawthorne finally play? Oh my good God! Both of them played really well. Is this the Kenneth Hawthorne breakout game, or is he going to throw 3 interceptions next week? Probably the latter, but... And Jameis Winston was great, too. How has your team done? You guys won your first game. Smirnoff didn't play all that well, but you guys still won. And then we're watching your next game against Toronto, which is going to be in, like, 5 minutes. So, is this the first time we've watched the Cardinals this year? Yeah, it is. So you guys are now 5-3. The Raiders, we already saw them. They lost. The Rams lost. The Ravens somehow lost. Saints lost. The Sentinels won. The Snowhawks won. The Steamers had a bye week. Steelers lost. Texans had a bye week. Toronto lost. The Titans won. The Bengals... The Bills suck. What happened to the Bills? They lost 2 weeks. They were up 24-10 going into the 4th quarter, and they allowed 17. Huh. Garoppolo did not play all that badly, but Lamar Jackson threw 3 touchdowns. Matt Ryan played. Cool. The Bengals' leading rusher had 2.4 yards per carry, and they still won. Britton Jennings had 11 for 172 and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I would not expect either of these teams to make the playoffs. And I thought Pog did a really good job in the offseason with the Bills, too. I don't know why they're so bad. The Bucks somehow lost. London won. Didn't we use our London? Yeah, that's everyone. The players of the week are Jameis Winston, Kenneth Hawthorne, ironic that they played against each other, Von Miller, and Isaiah Drummel. Okay, before we do anything, I need to see Reggie Peters' stats because I'm like super curious now. We want Toronto. Is Reggie Peters just being quietly good, or has he really been that underwhelming? He has 3.5 sacks. Yeah, that's not good for his standards. He had 1. Oh yeah, he got hurt. I forgot about that. Yeah, he has not had a game with more than 1 sack, and he's only had 2 games with any tackles for loss. Jimmy Garoppolo does. Well, I mean, the Bills' roster is not even that bad. I feel like they way improved this offseason. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 2. I think Toronto is 2. EA just hates Toronto. Well, who is... Ben Dobbins with the Achilles tear. That's right. Well, since we don't do scenarios here, it looks like he'll still be out. I forgot Ben Dobbins existed. All right, what jerseys do we want for Toronto? Since this is technically Nick's old team, I'll allow him to pick if he cares. But, I mean, Nick is technically on the other team, so I don't really know how that makes sense. But do we want all red? Do we want regular home? I don't think we want this. No. All red? Okay. Yeah, that's the right choice. All right, let's hop into it. The Cardinals are a 90, Toronto is an 86. So 2 of the higher rated teams in the league. But the Cardinals have started this year a little slow. Slow for their standards. I mean, 5-3 is fine. But for their standards, a little slow. And Toronto is doing about what you would expect, because the Thunderbirds suck the first half of the year and then dominate the second half of the year. So now that the first half of the year is technically done, maybe the Thunderbirds are going to start one of those late streaks again that sneaks them into the playoffs. Ooh, it's a night game. I wish there was snow in November in Toronto. Maybe there is. We'd have to ask Boomy if there's snow in like early November in Canada. I accidentally clicked change of possession. I want to go back. The Cardinals are going to start on offense, so we will get to see reigning MVP Alexei Smirnov first. Smirnov has definitely not been bad this year. He's been quite good, but I don't think he's quite putting up MVP numbers, especially with guys like Riley Painter and Phil Chippendale, who have been really, really good this year. And I'm not being biased when I say Phil's been really good. He's been, like, legitimately really good. Swear Toronto could have a 99 overall team and start 3-6. We're going to do upgrades after this stream, I think. We're going to have... I mean, I could do it for both, like after this stream and right before the playoffs. But I feel like that's just, like, too close together. So what I'm considering is letting people do their manual upgrades after the stream. And then maybe just turning it on auto for the rest of OFL 21, maybe. RH3 finally in a watch game. Oh, hey, it's Reggie Peters! He just heard me trash talking him earlier. The NFC is dying to a machine. I don't get it. I'm confusion. Now it's 3rd and 22. If anyone's going to convert this, it's going to be number 15 in Arizona with a bomb. That was a good throw. But a good play by the defensive back. Weird cheering for the Cardinals. Yeah, I'm not used to... It's weird seeing Nick rooting against the Thunderbirds, and it's not like some tanking situation. Oh, yeah, the Steamers are a machine. So, that's true. Here is the Toronto offense led by quarterback Norris Doris, who's been this year. He hasn't been great. I wouldn't say he's been bad. He's been efficient. I would have caught that. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd say you're as good as Cortland Sutton. Packers better than the Steamers. I think Memphis is a more consistent team than Green Bay. But I think when Green Bay is hot, they can be really good. And I think the only real issue I have with Memphis is that they don't have a ton of, like, firepower on offense. Memphis is a super well-rounded team. Their defense is top-notch. But I think the only thing that holds the Steamers back is a lack of firepower on offense. And then Green Bay, it's just consistency. And as good as the Packers can be in sim, some of their watch games have been pretty bad in recent years. So I don't really trust Green Bay in the playoffs. Although I think if they can get hot, they can be real good. Norris has a 105 passer. Oh, well, I mean, he's been efficient. The touchdowns, I think he's on pace for 30, which is, I would say, about average. And then yards, I think he's on pace for like 3,200, which is, among starters, probably towards the bottom. That was a nice throw, though, for Michael Gallup, who's like the only receiver on this team who does anything in watch games. Kirk will get his revenge. Oh, yeah, you guys play us. If only we had made the Christian Kirk trade before I put out the polls this morning, because that game would have a lot more relevance. I put that game on the poll, right? Yeah, I did. It got second place. Okay. I was going to say, that'd be weird if I didn't put the Diablos and Titans on the poll, because that's a good game. Oh, it's picked off! The defense making a big play. Is that Will Whitehead, I think his name is? I think his name is Will. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Will. For spending all of our money on Phil's quarterbacks, wide receivers duo. I mean, you guys have spent a lot of money on QBs. And ironically, the quarterback you're starting is making like pennies on the dollar. So, I think if you guys didn't pay a lot for Daniel Jones or Josh Allen, and maybe use that on like some really good running back or some receivers, I think your team would be like a super legit contender. Not that I don't think the Steelers can make noise in the playoffs, because I think they can. Kamara does not get it. There is a flag. If it's holding, I imagine they're going to decline. Yeah, Toronto's definitely going to decline this. They'd be dumb to accept it. It's against Joe Smirnov. You have the best wide receiver and running back core. I mean, you're not technically wrong. Because you have like 10 players who are good there. Why would he not return that? What the hell? I mean, first off, what a punt. But what the hell was that? First, that dude has some nice hair, so he gets some slack. But still. But back to Naruto's point, if I still had Christian Kirk, I would disagree. But since I don't, I guess mine isn't as good. I told Norris he smelled, and then he threw a pick. I didn't even see you say that. Hey, Norris, you smelled. Well, I guess it worked. OMG, you guys did win. I don't know how you did it, but you won. And IT played really well. He threw, I think, 3 touchdowns and no picks. So, IT dominated. You guys won. Oh, my word, there's a fumble. Is it unreasonable to say the Lions could come back in the NFC North? Because the NFC North is kind of a mess. I mean, Toronto's turned it over twice today. Okay, maybe not twice if the play is reversed. But the Packers aren't consistent. I don't trust Memphis. Is it unreasonable to say the Lions can come back in the North? Yeah, that's definitely not a fumble. Why has Arizona not already put up 14 points? Has Arizona even gotten a first down today? They have not. I don't even know if Arizona has positive yardage today. They legitimately might have negative yardage through their first 2 drives. Yep, the play is rightfully reversed. Toronto gets to keep the ball. What? That just bonked off the Cardinals player's helmet, and Toronto caught it for a first down. Okay, I'm not going to question it. And then nice run by Aaron Jones. No, because they have IT as their quarterback. I would agree, but clearly whatever curse IT had might have just been broken. So if the IT curse is broken, then it's not impossible for the Lions to lose games, right? I don't think the Lions making the playoffs would be the most shocking thing in the world. I don't think it's likely. But, I mean, there's a world where they, I don't know, go 8-8, 9-7. No. They're already 1-7, so they'd have to win out. Okay, yeah, maybe this is not such a good idea. Maybe if this was like week 5, then it would be different, but just sim it. This is clearly BS. Madden refuses. Well, I mean, you guys have thrown the ball like once. So, I mean, you have barely called any passing plays to begin with. So, I mean, I wouldn't say they're bad passing plays. It's just that they're not passing plays.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, for a second I didn't realize they were 1-7. Like, I knew they were, but like I didn't realize how hard it would be to become 500. Like, they have to go 7-1 just to be 500. So, that's probably not going to happen. I don't. Who's on the Lions schedule? First quarter in the books, tied at 0, but the Thunderbirds, I mean, are moving it. Who are the Lions' next few games? Is this a realistic possibility? They play the Bucks, Toronto, and the Steamers today. I mean, that's not... Those 3 teams, I would say, are fine. I wouldn't say they're, like, great. The Bucks just lost to Dallas, who sucks. The Thunderbirds are... eh. And, who's the other team? The Steamers, again, I think the Steamers are fine. The Steamers are probably the best of those 3, but I still don't fully trust them. Thunderbirds are living and dying by Aaron Jones per usual. Norris is in the zone, though.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line. The pass intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Okay, that was nasty. That was a nasty move. What a run for Aaron Jones. He is also in the zone. And we finally have points. The Thunderbirds are on the board. None of the teams they play are that good. Yeah, of those, I would say those 3 teams the Lions play are all around average. So, I mean, I don't think the Lions are going to go 3-0, but it's not like they play like... They already played the Caps. It's not like they're playing a team like the Diablos or somebody like that. Why do I have a feeling the Caps are going to lose today to Dallas? I don't know. I just have a gut feeling Dallas wins. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling. So my waiver wire thing, did you get everybody? So I listed all the players you got. Some of the players you already claimed, like Curtis Samuel and Darius Geis, they were picked up by other teams. You, I think, claimed them first. Right? No, the Lions claimed Samuel first. And then with Geis, I'm pretty sure somebody else claimed him after you. And, yeah, that's how you couldn't pick up Geis, because some other team picked him up. Since those guys were first on your list, you would have had first dibs for them? But since they weren't there, I didn't sign them for you. Kamara jukes backwards and loses himself a nice old 3 yards. I didn't look. What just happened? Oh, Smirnoff can aid a nice throw. Okay. You claimed the Geis guy first. Well, I saw he wasn't in there. In the free agency. Maybe a CPU team. Well, there are no CPU teams. The top running back ratings-wise in there was Traquan Smith, who you claimed and signed. So, I just checked. It does look like you were the first one to claim Geis, but he was not in there for whatever reason. So, I guess some team like automatically signed him because they didn't have enough running backs. Yes, more catches for me. Give them all to me. That's not me. That's also not you. That's Cortland Sutton. What numbers does Higgins wear again? Like 17? Does he wear 17? Ha! That's a good meme. Smirnoff should just run it. Yeah, that was a good play. I thought he could have gotten a little bit more, but I still think that was fine. Okay, so you're 17. Yeah, I see you at the top. Top right of the screen is 17. Who's blocking? And that looks like a touchdown for Kamara. So both teams march down the field and score his 80th career rushing touchdown in the NFL and OFL combined. That's pretty impressive. Can you get Geis for your... Well, Geis is on some other team, and since the trade deadline already passed, unless Geis is cut, then he would stay on the team he's already on, which I don't remember who that is.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Well, I'll check where he is after the game. If I totally skipped over him for whatever reason, and he's not, like, on a team, which would be odd, then I'll let you get him, but he was not in free agency. So I don't think I'm tripping. I hope. Look at those top-notch blocking skills. We actually caught a good set of plays, and we had a good drive. Shocker. Okay, I pressed back because I didn't want to see all those highlights. I guess that decision kind of worked out. Because as soon as I clicked back, the highlights went. Man, Toronto really just wants to run the ball all day. I mean, in their defense, I mean, it's worked. Not that time, but for the most part, it's worked.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Take over free agent running backs. Well, Naruto's already claimed, like, the top, like, few guys because he's Naruto and he loves his running backs. So there's not a ton of good running backs left in there. Traquan Smith was the highest, and he was like low 80s. And he was claimed by Houston. So, I mean, if a running back is lower than 80, like, they're not all that good in this game. Good stop for the Cardinals. And now Toronto has to punt it. We're not going to get a water punt. That's going to be a touchback. Yeah, why is Toronto running the ball so much, and then on 3rd and inches they choose not to? That makes no sense. Jesus, Doris sucks. Doris has not been all that good today, I agree. He has not looked the part at all. Which my expectations for him were not all that high to begin with. 3rd and inches with Aaron Jones, and you pass it. EA strikes again. As we now hit the 2-minute warning, tied at 7. Neither offense has been great, but they do have points. We'll see if this is the drive where Alexei Smirnov finally explodes. Well, I guess that'll help. Nice little first down for Kamara, despite being under a ton of pressure. Is that Roman Higgins? Down to the 30, and he went out of bounds. That was a really good play after the catch. That was a pretty good throw, but most of that play was done by Higgins. Octi, if we don't watch a Caps game, we're watching the Caps next week against us. If you guys didn't vote for that game, I would have been pissed off, because that's like the game of the year. I think the Caps and the Diablos are like the 2 best teams in the league right now. So, yes, we are watching the Caps like after this game. And I guess after we see the Week 10 scores. No, we're actually like watching it because it won the tiebreaker. It tied with the Toronto and Baltimore game in Week 12, and then for the tiebreaker vote, it won. So the Diablos Caps is the game that we're like actually like legit watching. Did you see that speed? Yeah, he was fast on that play. RH3 has some wheels. 2nd and inches. Smirnov is going to... Why is he dropping back so far? That was really bad. Like, that's EA pocket awareness 101. Drop back 15 yards when you're already in the red zone. Reggie Peters has 2 sacks today. He's been kind of good. Peters trying to get 3 here, and he won't. And it's incomplete. Reggie Peters had 3 sacks in the first half. He's trying to make me bite my words. Because I was saying about how he's not been good this year. How do you think the Caps-Diablos game will be like Chiefs-Rams 2018, or will it be like... I mean, I don't think both teams are going to go score 50-plus points, although I hope they do, because that'd be a lot of fun. I don't think it'll be like 13-3 either. Because not only do I think are these the 2 best teams of the league, but I think Riley Painter and Phil Chippendale, in my opinion, are the 2 front runners at the moment for the MVP. So I would hope it doesn't end 13-3. Because if that's the case, then the MVP is going to get really weird. Smirnov's, yeah, he literally gave Peters those sacks. Right? I mean, it was good on Reggie Peters to get in the backfield, but a lot of that was because of Smirnov being an idiot. Madden watches won't allow us to score 50-plus. Yeah, because offenses just are not, like, consistent enough. Or, let me rephrase. The play calling is not aggressive enough to score 50 points. The latter, knowing Madden. But I hope it's a game like that Chiefs-Rams game. Even if both teams don't score 50, and it's back and forth, and there's a lot of offense, and that'll be a ton of fun. 3rd and 5, look at this! Evan Ingram down the field, and he is in for a touchdown with 19 seconds left in the half. Wow! What a play! Doris threw it to a person there, and it totally worked! What a broken tackle by Ingram at like the 40-yard line, and then he used his speed to get the rest of that play. Drop boy with the touchdown. The Dolphins are 2-6. The Dolphins had one win going into this stream. I didn't know they were that bad. I knew they were like under 500, but god damn, I didn't realize they were 2-6. I guess that shows Riley Painter really was not that bad in Miami. Not to say he was playing an MVP level like he is now, but this is the point of the game where we might see, I don't know, like a Hail Mary. Just a thought. It's a shame they don't have John Ross anymore. Call a timeout and go for the Hail Mary. You won't. Yeah, they won't.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of the first half. With the
So that will conclude the first half.
Cardinals 10.
Both defenses started off pretty hot, and then in the second quarter, both offenses had a few big drives. The Thunderbirds lead it 14-10. We don't need to see this, EA. We can just get to the second half. Come on. I don't care about the Rams and the Sentinels. The Rams are 2-6. I didn't realize they were that bad either. Jeez. Oh, we're getting Bears second today instead of last. Okay, then what's the third game they're going to show us? Because usually the Bears is the third game they show us. Oh, they're only going to show us 2. Okay. And then Madden's going to show the rest of the games. Huh. Madden's really weird like that. This man just scored a touchdown on you. Look at those brick hands. Madden, 1 minute left. 10-yard line, 50 seconds, play action. Make sure we have time left on the clock and we get sacked so we don't run. So we don't get 7 genius. We run when we should pass. We pass when we should run. Well, I mean, I guess on that 2nd and inches you probably should have ran. Yeah, that's true. Who starts with the ball? Toronto starts with the ball. Ooh. Imagine if they showed Bears, and then Steamers. That'd be too funny. That would be amazing. That was really bad coverage. They left. Is that Gallup again? They left him wide open. They left him completely open with nobody within like a 10-mile radius. That was an unnecessary juke, but it gets him 8. Yeah, I guess Gallup probably is, he probably has the virus, because there's no other reason for the Cardinals to socially distance themselves away from him. Oh, it's picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. That was a really dangerous throw, and it very much backfired. Imagine if Arizona had Michael Gallup? When? I don't remember this. Did the Cardinals have Michael Gallup? I feel like they might have, but would they trade him to, like, a rival like Toronto? I don't recall of this. Hold on. I'm confusion. I don't remember the Cardinals having Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup for Auden Tate, Emmanuel Barton, and the 68th pick. Huh. He was on the Cardinals. There you go. That seems like kind of the bad trade for Arizona. Although, what did they get for Auden Tate? Because I'm pretty sure I traded him to Indy. And I don't remember what they got. 4th and 31. Did I miss another sack? Was it Reggie Peters too? Okay, Bryson had one on second down. Who had it on third down? Reggie Peters. He has 3 sacks today. We just don't pass. I mean, you guys are calling a lot of pass plays. It's just that Smirnov isn't actually getting rid of the ball. You don't think it will? I mean, it looked like Gallup got traded in December. So I guess that would mean he played for the Cardinals in, like, season 1. Where were we in Christmas? Would that be, like, season 2? I'm pretty sure that would be around season 2. I think. Or that could have been, like, the off-season. Because I know we started season 1 in, like, early October. And we did go a little bit slower then. So that could have been... I guess that would have been probably either the second off-season or sometime in season 2. Founding the Alexei Smirnov hate club right now. Yes, Smirnov has not been good. I mean, Smirnov's been fine when he's been throwing the ball, but he's taken way too many hits. And the Cardinals have lost a ton of yards because of bad plays by Smirnov in the pocket, with him not being willing to get rid of the ball. That's the reason why I think they're losing right now. And it's not like Toronto's pass rush has been great. They haven't been bad, but Alexei Smirnov is getting way too comfortable in the pocket, and it has completely ruined any kind of mojo Arizona's offense can get. But off-season between 1 and 2. Okay, so yeah, the second off-season. Yeah, that makes sense. So Gallup was on the Cardinals the first, like, actual year. I, like, vaguely remember this now, him being on the Cardinals. So this is like a revenge game for Gallup, although I guess he's played against the Cardinals a few times now. Including that time in the playoffs. Do you guys remember in the snow when Alexei Smirnov threw a Hail Mary against the Thunderbirds? Yeah, good times. How did he drop that? How did both players drop that? The defender had it right in his hands, and then he tossed it like a hot potato over to Evan Engram, who also dropped it. They will get the field goal, though, so it's 17-10. Aaron Jones just kept running his head into the O-lineman. No, I don't remember. Yeah, Nick totally does not remember that. It's not like he was there or anything. No, totally not. Nope. Don't recall. Fake news. He said, catch it, both of you. Both of Nick's teams finding a way to disappoint him. That's the only way this game could have gone, because one of Nick's teams, like, has to win. So they might as well both find ways to disappoint him in the process. Is that Joe Smirnov? That could have been the backup tight end. No, that's Joe Smirnov. 2 catches for 16 yards. What a guy. Woo! Nice move by Kamara to the 38. He actually threw it. He got rid of it in time, and he's not gotten to do that a lot today. Quite the rarity for Mr. Smirnov. How many dropped interceptions have we had today? I feel like there's been like 10. These defensive players literally have butterfingers. There's Big Joe Smirnov, the rookie tight end, who gets it to the 25. Hey, nice amount of passing yards, 169. Sick. Kamara has been kind of buns today. For his standards and compared to Aaron Jones, yeah, Kamara has not been great in this game at all. Another sack, this time for Cody Cantrell. Now, that one was not Smirnov's fault. He didn't really have a lot of time to throw it. That was just a really good defensive play. Hey, Octa, you're going to watch me in the World Bowl tomorrow. Maybe. I mean, that's the only championship we're going to see IT in anytime soon, so. We've had 27 combined points today through 3 quarters, and 24 of them came in the second quarter. That's kind of weird. 2nd and 16. Smirnoff will get rid of it, but he throws it into the grass.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete. It's down.
Can we see like a bomb, please, from Smirnoff? Nope, he gets sacked again. Reggie Peters and Kenny Clark with half a sack. That might knock them out of field goal range.
A loss of 6 yards.
Okay, to Smirnoff's credit, at least he didn't back up 10 yards, but he still was in that pocket for an awfully long time. Yeah, they're just going to outright punt it. Not to say the Cardinals' offensive line's been good today, because they definitely have not, but Alexei Smirnoff has taken way too much time throwing in the pocket. He has not been good today.
At their own 20-yard line.
I think it's becoming a serious question of if Alexei Smirnoff even finishes in the top 5 for MVP. Because I think as of right now, he probably is in the top 5. But it's not like he's the front runner. And this game hasn't really helped him. With my amazing coaching, my teams in championships, and you started 60 overalls. Wow, that's like the ultimate tank attempt. You still got in the championship. That's almost more impressive than anything. AKA EA helped him. I guess that too. Did that say they had 381 yards? Well, that says they had 300. You're thinking of benching him? Who, Smirnoff? No. I get that Smirnoff has not been good today, but your only chance to win is if he starts. So for your sake, don't. Because Smirnoff has still been a top 10 quarterback in the league this year, arguably top 5. He's taken way too many sacks today, and he hasn't played like an MVP this year, but he's still been unbelievably good. So I think benching him would be a bad idea. Peters had the same amount of sacks in this game that he had before in the entire... Yeah, you're right. Smirnoff had 3.5 sacks the first 8 games of the year, and he has 3.5 today. That's kind of wild. Uh-oh, Miles Jack is hurt. That's not good. Who wants to join the Alexei Smirnoff hate club? I like Smirnoff. I don't want to join the hate club. Although, if my team's playing Smirnoff, then yeah, count me in. Yeah, he didn't help me in week 1 and week 2, and your quarterback just didn't throw the ball. Well, that's only 2 weeks. What about the other 15? We can't win and watch because of all these BS sacks. I mean, that's true, but I don't even know who the Cardinals' backup is. I'll tell you what, he's not better than Smirnoff. And even though Smirnoff's taken a bunch of sacks, it's not like he's been terrible today. I mean, for his standards, he's been bad. That's definitely fair to say. But I don't think he's been, like, egregiously bad in this game. When he throws the ball, he's been fine. So, I think benching him would be a mistake. Yeah, I mean, 12 for 17, 180 yards. That's not great. No touchdowns in there. But it's not like he's made a bunch of bad passes. Look, North threw the ball when he felt pressure. Couldn't be Smirnoff. It's wild that the Cardinals are still in this game, though. They're only down by 7. They could still win this game. If they drive down the field and get a touchdown, they can tie it. Dawson Knox brings it past the 50. Uh-oh.
First down, Arizona. The pass intended for N'Keal Harry. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Love when your player gets hurt mid-game in Madden and you click don't return to the game. I think the thing is, like, when you click don't return, they don't return until, like, they're fully healthy. Like, let's say he's out for a quarter. I think it's that he doesn't return until, like, the next quarter. I think that's what it means. He says, throw the ball to me. Have you only caught 1 pass today? I think so. Unless there might have been, like, some small one that I missed. Dawson Knox got the first down, I think. Nope. I thought he got it. Oh, no, that was Smirnoff. Oh, okay.
Brings up
I still think he got it. But, I mean, honestly, this is kind of good for Arizona because they can just punch it in here and then they'll get a new set of downs. Yeah. And now they're closer. And now N'Keal Harry is injured, grabbing at what looks like his butt. That player said, nah, I'm coming in. Wonder if N'Keal Harry's going to return today with his broken butt. It looks like it since he's only on the sidelines. You've caught like 4? Okay. I guess I only really noticed the big one. First and goal, not quite, but they're marching closer. That was Higgins again, I think. 69 yards! Nice! Don't throw Higgins the ball again, Smirnov. Don't you dare. Do not throw him the ball. Don't do it. Don't do it. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Uh-oh. 3rd and goal from the 3. The Cardinals need a touchdown. If they don't get it here, they cannot kick the field goal. That would be stupid. N'Keal Harry do be down with a broken butt. 3rd and goal. Don't throw it to Higgins. Don't throw it to Higgins. Oh, it's another sack for Reggie Peters. He has 4.5. So now it's 4th and goal from the 10. I don't know why they'd go no huddle. That's really stupid. And it's picked by Darnell Savage. So now the Thunderbirds are going to try to choose some clock and end it. And, I mean, they have Aaron Jones in that backfield, so they should be able to get a first down. They should. Okay, well, it looks like they're going to get a first down off of the face mask. Or no. I thought that looked like a face mask animation. I guess not. They should probably decline. Yeah, that's a smart call because now it's 2nd down and the Cardinals don't have to use a timeout. So that's a really smart call. That was a bad penalty by the Thunderbirds. So if Arizona gets a stop now, they'll still have a timeout. I feel like Madden calls your plays the worst out of any team. I feel like in that playoff game, yeah, your play calling was bad. Today, I don't really think it was so much the play calling. I think it was more so the pass rush, and Smirnov was not willing to throw the ball. Ooh, he got 4. Did he get the first down? I don't think so. But that was close. That was really close. Nope, he didn't get it. So Arizona still has another chance. Smirnov is selling, indeed. They're having good starting field position. A minute 16 and a timeout. And they're at the 34. This is definitely doable. Blitz everyone. That seems like a really bad idea. I would not do that. I mean, even though it's Smirnov who has stayed in the pocket way too long and it seems like he enjoys getting sacked, that's still a bad idea. Oh my word, he threw it away! I never thought I'd see the day! Hey, that rhymed. I was not trying to make that rhyme, but it did. With all the sacks he's taken, I assumed he didn't know how to throw it away. But there you go. He wasn't even under pressure when he threw it away. That's like the weird thing. Ooh, that was close. Yeet it to... No, you have to stay at 69 yards. I don't care if the Cardinals score on this drive. We just cannot let Roman Higgins get the ball. He needs to stay at 69 yards. 3rd and 10. Are we going to see a bomb? Kind of, and it's caught. Damn it. Roman Higgins doesn't have 69 yards anymore. Well, fudge. That was a good play, though. Smirnov again with a strike, I think, for Smirnov. I would call the timeout. Okay, well, they still have it. So I don't think it's that bad of a call to go no huddle there. Okay, they should call it now. Yeah. With 19 seconds left, you should try to get it to the end zone, but let's say they are down on the field, they should be able to run another play. Yeah, they'll have time for another play, I think. Although that was still a dumb decision. Yep, this is it. They're going to have time for one more play for all the marbles. Smirnov, end zone. There's a flag. There's a flag. There's a flag. There's a flag. And it's roughing the passer. They're going to get another chance, I think. Right? Wow. The game would have been over. But now they get another chance. 1st and goal at the 2. They get a chance to punch it in. And it's picked off in the end zone. Smirnov threw. Wow, what an ending. But the Thunderbirds will miraculously hold on 17-10. Despite a late roughing the passer call, Smirnoff throws an interception in the end zone to cost them the game. Wow, that was one of the weirdest endings we've ever had. That was pretty wild. Smirnoff lost his that game. That's very accurate. Norris was not great. But I think Alexei Smirnoff was worse, even though his numbers were a little bit better. He didn't throw the ball terribly. Both of those interceptions were pretty bad. But the reason why Smirnoff sucked today was the sacks. Aaron Jones was a machine. Roman Higgins nearly had 100 yards, which leads all receivers. Corbin allowed 4. Reese allowed 2. Kamara allowed the other one. So Reggie Peters at 4.5. Toronto total had 5.5, 6.5, 7. Toronto sacked him 7 times. Smirnoff is not that guy, pal. Trust me, he's not that guy. All right, time to simulate Week 10. So what? The Cardinals are now 5-4, which I still think is first in the division. The NFC West sucks this year. Arizona could go 8-8 and still win that division. So this happens when I don't care about the Thunderbirds anymore. Yeah, pretty much. If Nick cared about the Thunderbirds, Alexei Smirnoff would have thrown a touchdown on that play. And then they would have faked the extra point and got the 2. All right, I promised Naruto I would check if Geis is in free agency, even though he's not. He's like an 86. So we can scroll to G, but Antonio Gibson's in there, huh? Nope, no Geis. What team is he on? Just so I know, for future reference. We want NFL. Yes, I think he's like an 86. How many 99 quarterbacks are there? Good Lord. Darius Geis is on... Oh, they already got him. Oh, okay, there you go. I didn't realize they already had him. So that's where Darius Geis was. Huh. Ironic coming from a guy who just broke his streak of 18 straight losses. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. What if the Lions win again? Are they going to do it again? No, they lost. Okay. Memphis lost and the Packers won? Yeah, Toronto can absolutely come back in that division. Maybe not Detroit anymore, but Toronto can. Ooh, the Titans beat us. Wow, 35-32. Javi Beretta was really good. Phil Chippendale had a nice passer rating, but he was not as good as he normally is. So Christian Kirk gets his revenge. Cook and McCaffrey had the same amount of attempts and the same amount of yards. Yeah, Christian Kirk torched us. You know, maybe I shouldn't have made that trade. Although Juju and Gordon both played well. Can IT get win number 2? Nope. How much pressure did we send? Oh, cool. None at all. So I believe both of us now have 3 losses, and the Titans now have that head-to-head tiebreaker, which is a pretty big deal. The Bengals are 2-7. They just made the AFC Championship a year ago. Now they're 2-7. Good win for Baltimore after losing to Detroit last week somehow. Phil really said... No, Phil is still in the MVP running. I would still say he's probably 2nd or 3rd. And Smirnoff didn't help his case today, that's for sure. Although it would have been nice to see Phil play well in a big game. The Bills have now lost 7 in a row, this time to the Dolphins. Miami has won more games in the past, like, 40 minutes than they've won the entire rest of the year. Huh. Garoppolo and Lampman were both fine. What if the Dolphins snuck into the playoffs? I mean, it's not like the AFC East is any good. That'd be funny if they got in. The Bucks, looks like they did beat the Lions without much issue, 42-17. Oh! That's a big number. IT was not all that good. What happened to Chris Carson? Is he hurt? I guess Chris Carson is hurt. Who caught all the touchdowns? 1 for Williams, 2 for Woods, 2 for Gregory. Am I missing one? Am I blind? Who was the other one? Sims. Okay. But Bucks really got to play the two teams who were winless going into today's stream back-to-back weeks. That's some good luck. And they didn't go 2-0. They wasted it. So it looks like Green Bay had one of those games where they explode, which seems to happen about 5 times a year at this point. Katie Katz threw 4 touchdowns, so Sean Watson was pretty good too. Josh Jacobs had a big game. Maybe that Josh Jacobs Offensive Player of the Year pick was not so bad. And maybe that Reggie Peters Defensive Player of the Year pick wasn't so bad either after the game he had today. Dean Savage with 3 sacks. Cool. Is Green Bay 2-0 today? I think so. Ooh, I had a gut feeling the Caps were going to lose this game. They don't. They beat Dallas 28-21. So the Caps are now 9-0 with a 2-touchdown game from Riley Painter. Aaron Trout had a really good performance, though. So the Caps are 9-0 going into their battle with the Diablos. London is a menace to society. Everyone, let's pray Dallas beats Columbus. No. The Cardinals lost. The Chargers lose again. They've lost like 6 in a row at this point. Remember when they were like 3-1 and they were like kind of good? No, they were 3-0. Yeah, they were 3-0 and then they've lost out. Jeez, that's pretty bad. Hey, Marvin Jones upped his touchdowns to 2. He also had 1 interception. You were so close to trading for Trout for pennies? What? Why would Dallas do that? They used like the 4th pick on him. Why would they do that? That would not make sense. And they'd also completely screw over their cap too. The Chiefs, can they get back on the win column? They do. They beat the Jaguars 28-10. Oh, wow. Scooty Young was pretty good. Joe Burrow was not pretty good. He threw 3 interceptions. The Chiefs are like the weirdest team. I don't know how to feel about them at all. The Colts lose to the Texans 21-24. Houston's not that bad. They're really not. Baker Mayfield and Eddie Small had nearly identical stat lines. Saquon did not run the ball as well as he did in the first game. Devin Duvernay with 3 touchdowns on 4 catches. Huh. Ben Bufford, the former Texan, with a pick. How many points? Oh, the Cougars did not score any points this week because they had a bye week. Sometimes I regret not making myself a quarterback. If I made a player, I probably would have made a quarterback. So, yeah. The Eagles are still hot. They beat the Saints 28-24. It seems like New Orleans' defense kind of sucks, although their offense appears to be pretty good. Nice amount of yards from Mecole Hardman. I see 2 sacks in there for Weathersby and Matabuike. Jose Bunsuave had 1. Bunsuave is like a 94. He's progressed really well, although his stats aren't all that impressive. Niners in a bye week. Jags lost. Oh, my word! The Jets got killed! Is Kenneth Hawthorne, like, legitimately good now? He just had back-to-back 5-touchdown games. Kenneth Hawthorne is the weirdest player on the planet. After we go through all the games, I need to see his stats week by week because he's literally the weirdest player on the planet. He's been so bad for 2.5 years, and then he miraculously has consecutive games where he throws 5 touchdowns and no picks. G. Bush had 1.5 sacks. Thought you wouldn't be drafted high because everyone had a good quarterback. I mean, the Dolphins were going to pick a quarterback had one fallen. So if you made yourself a quarterback, either you would have been picked with one of those top picks or you'd probably be in South Beach because they have a 72 overall there. So they need one. No one else really does, but they do. Ooh, the Rams won. Imagine getting killed by the Patriots in the year 2021. I know, it couldn't be us. 2 more tutties for Tua Tagovailoa. He says, okay then, walks away. Hey, I love South Beach. Do you love it for the reasons why James Harden loves South Beach, or do you love it because weather? There's a correct answer to that question, by the way. I hope you get it right. Is that everybody? Who did we use here? We used here Toronto. I don't think we saw Memphis. No, the Steelers are actually kind of good. This is weird. Kyler and Duvall each with 3 touchdowns. Wesley Gary scores twice. Gary! Gainsworth allows 3 sacks. Yermín Mercedes with 2.5. He is a stud. He is really good. James Harden, that was the correct answer to the question. You passed the test. Okay, good. That was the answer that I was looking for. Oh, did we get the playoff picture today? Isn't it week 13 that they show it? Yeah! Since we're going through week 12, we'll be able to see that today. Cool. The players of the week are Jordan Love. How did Kyler get it over Hawthorne? Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Reggie Peters, and Dante Doolittle. Okay, I need to see Kenneth Hawthorne real quick. Hawthorne, Patriots. So he had 10 touchdowns going into today, and now he has 19. He was 24 when he got drafted. I forgot about that. He was old. Gonna pretend Kenneth Hawthorne is a member of the KKK, so you can nickname him KK Kenneth Hawthorne. I mean, he's on the Patriots. So yeah, he started the year off really bad, and then he got kind of better, and then boom, out of nowhere. Other than these 2 games, he only had 2 other games above 75. 75 is a really bad number. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's now Diablos at Caps. I think Caps are home. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 1. I guess we're 1. I think we're on the road. Hold on. I kind of want to go through the standings because I feel like a lot has changed in the past 2 weeks. So just so we can get a refresher, the Caps are 3 games above everybody in the league. What in the world? So the Caps could go 0-2 today, and no matter what happens, they'll still have the best record. That's wild. Octi, do us a favor and end them. The Cougars have won 5 in a row. They're tied with the Steelers. The Ravens are only 1 back. You know, if the Ravens didn't lose to freaking Detroit, then they'd be tied with these guys too. The AFC South, everybody's within 1 game of each other. The AFC East, New England's 5-4? Damn. Jets are also 5-4 in the AFC West. We are 1 game ahead of the Raiders. The AFC West has been like, I was going to say the worst division, but I guess the AFC East is worse. The NFC North, the Packers are in first place. The Steelers have lost 3 in a row after their hot start. Toronto's 1 back. The NFC South, the Sentinels and Panthers are in first place. Saints and Bucks are each a game back. The NFC East, the Caps have a nice lead. Bulldogs and Eagles over 500. And then the NFC West kind of sucks. Cardinals are in first place. Has everybody had their bye week? Yeah, I think everyone's had their bye week because everybody's played exactly 9 games. Yeah, so bye weeks are done. Madden has all their bye weeks so early. Like, the last bye weeks of the year being in week 10, like, come on. I think in real life they're having, like, buys in week 14 this year, which is just weird. Alright, what are we going to wear? The Caps away jerseys suck. I don't want to see the Caps away jerseys. So, we'll just wear our away jerseys. Thunderbirds are 6-5. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Who do they play? I have to see this. Who does Toronto play? They play Baltimore week 12, because that's the game we're going to simcast. And then week 11, they play the Lions. So they should probably at least win that game. And if they don't, then there are some bigger problems at hand. Oh god, I forgot the Caps Stadium has nothing on it. I still cannot take the Caps Stadium seriously whatsoever. First time we get to watch both of these teams this year. I think we did a simcast game with both of them, but we have not watched them. And we need to, because I still think the Diablos, as of now, are the second best team in the league. Although allowing 37 points to a rookie quarterback doesn't really help the cause. Who is starting with the ball? We are starting with the ball. Okay. Is Tyron Gordon our kick return? Huh. Well, here is Phil Chippendale leading the offense. Phil has had an outstanding season this year. 18 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. I thought his touchdowns would be a little bit higher. Although those numbers are still really good. We're losing to the Lions for the Wolves. That'd be funny. Oh, Dalvin! Obviously, I want us to win this game. If we don't win, I kind of want to see the Caps go undefeated, just because we've never seen that before. I don't think the Caps are going to go undefeated, but that would be pretty cool. Can the Caps clinch a playoff spot soon? I know they can't clinch their division for a while, but they could probably clinch a playoff berth within, I don't know, the next 2 or 3 weeks. Why don't the Diablos get red jerseys? Well, I feel like there had to have been like a red jersey combo that I just didn't pick because I'm an idiot. Looking back at it now, I wish I picked for us to have red jerseys because that'd be sweet. Ooh, Tyrone Gordon breaks a tackle. Look at him go. What a move by Gordo. He never really broke out in Orlando like he was supposed to, but here he's been an absolute beast. He's been well worth the money. I was a little bit skeptical when we first picked it up, but he's been great. He might be the second best receiver in the league. He's not first, because he's not the best on his own team. Flag on the play. As there's Travis Kelce, the new acquisition, with the first down. Holding on in and out. Yay. I wonder what Arnold's trainer would be, like his ratings on the offensive line, because now he's not our starting tight end since we have Kelce. Caps play the Thunderbirds week 17. Toronto ending that 16-0 mess. I'd be funny if that's the one game they lost. I mean, Toronto has the Caps number, just like the Bulldogs had all that time. Have the Caps played the Bulldogs yet this year? Hold on. I need to see this. Have the Caps played London yet? Now I'm like super curious. Third down and 11. Nice move by Dalvin. Chip is cooking so far. Caps play the Bulldogs week 14. And they play the Bulldogs week 12. So the Caps have not played the Bulldogs yet this year. Uh-oh. Another flag. If it's on in and out, I'm going to be salty. Because he already had one holding on this possession. Nope, it's on James Daniels. Cool. Chip is 4 for 4 with 44 yards. To be honest, we just should run the ball the rest of the day. Don't throw it. Because that's like sort of perfect. And of course he's going to throw it. It worked. I mean, we got 23 yards. Why didn't I screenshot that? Hold on. We can go back. I can go back. There we go. Oh, God. The one game Dalvin was really playing well, too. Of course this happens. Is he going to the locker room, though? That's the question. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay, good. So I guess it'll be Sensei Wu at running back. Ooh, he is superstar. Or he might have X Factor, but his X Factor might not be on. Oh, wait. No, Wu has normal. Yeah, that's Stringer. Wu has normal dev. I'm an idiot. I thought he had superstar for a second. He only has normal. Oh, wait, no. Stringer's probably the backup power back, and Wu is the backup, like, regular back. Okay. And Wu gets nothing. Go for it. Hand the ball off to Stringer or have Chip dive. No wussy stuff. Good. I don't really want Wu to get the ball, though. Oh, okay. Well, Wu got the ball and he scored. I'll loan you Aaron Jones. That would be much appreciated. Although Dalvin's probably going to be back the next drive. I will still loan you Aaron Jones. Well, I would love to have him. He'll be a great power back. To be honest, he'd probably be an upgrade over Dalvin.
His kick is good. Makes the score.
Dalvin has not been consistent at all this year. Aaron Jones has been really good. So, honestly, I'd low-key rather Aaron Jones. All right, that was a weird first drive, but I'll take it. We have 7 points, and nobody is seriously injured. So now we get to look at the other possible MVP frontrunner, Riley Painter. 22 touchdowns to 3 interceptions through 9 games, all of which have been wins. This is a Sensei Wu Stan account. We stand him over here. Best backup running back in existence. Why are you the only one here? Well, it looks like there's 6 people here. I guess people are just lurking.
Number 30, Todd Gurley, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Todd Gurley's low-key having kind of a nice year. I mean, he only has 2 touchdowns, but that's a good number of yards through 9 games. For a, I don't want to say lower-rated running back. What would he be in, like the mid-80s? I mean, that's not bad. Yeah, Pokemon's here. I imagine there's a lot of people who are just lurking, which is fine. Painter's going to be sacked by Myles Garrett. A very strong start for the Mexico City Diablos, who try to end the Columbus Caps' undefeated reign. What are you doing, Gordon? Okay. I did not think that was going to roll in the end zone. That was still kind of risky.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I mean, it's not like Gordon can't catch. He's one of the best receivers in the league. You see, Smirnov, that's what you do. When you sense a little bit of pressure, you throw the ball. Hopefully Smirnov is taking some notes here.
It's a pickup of 6.
Myles Garrett, the feature player, viewers. Yeah, no.
6-yard line.
He mine.
Complete to Travis Kelce.
I think the sim had Myles Garrett go like 9. But if we have a lot of people show up, then what the sim does won't really matter.
The ball carried by the fullback. Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A gain of 4 yards. And the Mexico City first down.
First down. Phil is now sacked by Xavier McKinney, the former Diablo. Well, at least it's by somebody who helped us win a ring, I guess. Hate how the sim has, like, the top 7 all be quarterbacks, but it makes sense. I mean, if you were to, like, choose any 7 players in the NFL to start a franchise with, for the long term, it would probably be 7 quarterbacks. Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, even though he's, like, 32, Russ, maybe Trevor Lawrence, maybe Justin Herbert, maybe Joe Burrow. I mean, as good as a guy like Myles Garrett is, or maybe like an offensive lineman, like, I don't know, Tristan Wirfs, if you're a new franchise, you'd probably pick all of those players. You'd probably pick all the quarterbacks over them, I would think. Another sack, this time by TJ Watt, so we're going to have to punt. Woohoo. Why would you build with Lamar? Because Lamar is a really good player. And he's been proven to win a lot of games. I mean, Lamar right now is what, like a top 7, 8 quarterback in the NFL? I mean, there's always injury risk with a guy who runs as much as him, so I would get why someone would be cautious, but I mean, it's not like he's injury prone yet. And talent-wise, I mean, if we're talking like who we think the best quarterbacks are going to be over the next 10 years. I mean, Lamar's, maybe outside of Mahomes, Lamar has argument to be second out of any quarterback in the league. And he's been doing this with pretty bad receivers and pretty bad running backs. The same question I asked myself when you became a quarterback. Damn. That's cold. By the time round 2 ends, the best quarterback who isn't a fossil is going to be like Jared Goff. I mean, Mac Jones will still be there, I think. The only fantasy draft I did, if you guys remember a fantasy draft video, I drafted Justin Fields in the 2nd round. I don't know where Fields would go. He probably would be picked pretty soon, because if Zach Wilson, who's the same age as Justin Fields, same dev trait, similar rating, if he goes into 2nd round, then I imagine Fields would too. So, I mean, for the LFL, I would pick Mac Jones over Jared Goff. Because Mac Jones is a rookie. I could get his normal dev up pretty quickly. I think Mac Jones is normal. I think. I mean, if you're going to give Zach Wilson Justin Fields star, then Mac Jones probably should be normal. I wonder how many people are actually going to pick quarterbacks early, because it's so easy to get a good one. Like, I'm probably not going to pick a quarterback early. I haven't thought about my draft plan at all, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably not going to pick a quarterback unless I get like a top 5 pick, which, to be honest, I hope I don't. Third down and 9. Can Columbus punch it in to tie it? Nope. Malcolm Tremblay gets 7. Yeah, Jordan Love started as a... Did he? I don't know. I mean, Mac Jones is definitely not as good in sim as Jordan Love. Jordan Love happens to be really good in sim, so that's why he's became so good. I don't know if he had normal or star, though. Even if he had normal, he probably still would have gone to X Factor. Only quarterback you're taking is either Mahomes or JT Barrett. If you get the 2nd pick, are you picking Myles Garrett? If you have the 2nd pick and I have the 1st pick, I'm going to pick Myles Garrett. I'm going to do it. For the memes. And Myles Garrett at 1 is not like some really bad pick, at least in Madden. In real life, that'd be kind of bad. But in Madden, Myles Garrett with the first pick in the fantasy draft is really not that egregious. Think he had normal? Yeah, I think he might have had star at the beginning of the year and it went down. I really don't remember. So, he could have had normal, he could have had star. I'm not really sure.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
I got worried Ship got injured for a second. That would have been bad. I'm not ready to see Nick Russell at quarterback quite yet. I'm not trying to see Nick Russell. I know he's kind of decent. He's a star dev, but no. That was some Alexei Smirnoff type stuff. That was kind of bad. Caps call of a timeout. They can take the lead before halftime. That would be probably worst case scenario. And they're going to start with good field position. That was a really nice return. Hey, I'm back. Did you win? You guys did end up beating us. 37-34, I think. Pretty sure Christian Kirk scored twice. So clearly he definitely got his revenge. No, we're family friendly around here. I respect the 8-year-olds who have their mothers listening to me in the background. Which, first of all, hey ladies, what's up? Jamar Jefferson hurdled defender. Ooh, cool. I'm not watching a preseason game because I'm pretty sure we're not starting any of our starters, but good for Jamar Jefferson. Or we're not starting most of our starters. We're not starting our good starters. Like, Jelani Tavai is starting. But he's not, like, a good starter. He's probably going to get cut. He better get cut. Hey, Octi, curse. How about no? There has to be an 8-year-old in the OFL server. There has to be at least one. I mean, I probably had no idea what Discord was when I was 8, but like there's got to be one. Who are you referring to, Aki? Who would you say it would be? That's a really good question. Who do I say acts most like an 8-year-old? Huh. I don't really know. I mean, there are a few different ways we could go here. How did they get it to the 7? I wasn't even looking. What happened? How was the defense totally collapsed? Oh, Painter launched a dart for Stephon Diggs. Okay. Why not here? Because maybe there's an 8-year-old watching. I don't know. Crocker, I don't think Crocker acts like he's 8. Unless he's arguing with Cobra, then they both are. What in the world? Okay. Well, Stephon Diggs gets a touchdown. The Caps take the lead with 23 seconds. I mean, that was good pressure. I can't really get mad at the defense. That was good pressure. Diggs just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and he made a good play on the ball. You were going to say Cobra. I mean, at times, I can't totally disagree with that. The Caps had like 3 guys right at the ball. Huh. Well, that's pretty good awareness by all 3 of them. Apple sounds 8, but is probably in the puberty. I have no clue how old he is. I mean, he can't be, like, old. I mean, if you're a chipmunk, you're not, like, old. You know, I agree. I don't think Crocker acts like an 8-year-old unless Cobra's in here. Which, those arguments last year were, like, so dumb. They were funny, but they were dumb. Nick, you're gonna watch me and Jack's on the podium tomorrow. They're gonna kick everybody off. It's just gonna be the two of them. Quarterback, get off. Wide receiver, get off. Defensive player, get off. It's just gonna be us and the trophy. Crockett is maybe 2. I can't tell if that's a typo or not. I can't tell if you're being serious or if that's a joke. Oh, are we gonna get to see a Phil Chippendale Hail Mary? Yes. I mean, Phil's arm isn't as strong as Smirnov's, but he has some juice with his arm. From the 50, I think he can get it there. What? I wanted to see a Hail Mary, not that junk. I'm disappointed. I wanted to see a Hail Mary. And I know Chip can throw farther than 20 yards. Well, that'll end the first half. The Columbus Caps are up 10-7. They have 3 rushing yards. They haven't even tried to run the ball. That's funny. Nick, you're like a mature 6-year-old. Should that be a compliment or not? No, probably not. Crockett is not 2. He's 3. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a more accurate guess. Totally way more accurate. How old do you think I am? That's a good question. With all the random memes that you put in the chat, it's definitely younger than 15. I would probably say that like 13 to 15 range. That would be my guess. How much time did he have to throw? He had like 15 seconds. Imagine if Alexei Smirnov had that much time. So far, both quarterbacks, for the most part, have put up really good numbers. So neither of them have really hurt for MVP chances. Malcolm Tremblay's been their best receiver. Why am I not surprised? Tremblay's a baller. Good answer on 15. Hey, I'm smart! He says, and you're still a fetus. How old do you guys think I am? That's a good question. I don't know, 16, 15, 17. It's probably not higher than 17. I would say in that ballpark. Oh wait, no, I know. 69, because we're both 69. Or was that just me? That might just be me. I might be the only 69. Yeah, no, that's just me. I'm 69 and nobody else can be. Octi is 16, Nick is 15. Interesting guess. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. I don't know. I actually don't know. Wrong, I'm 69. No, I'm 69. Grr! I'm 420. No, you're dead. If the Caps don't get it here, they should probably go for it. Nope, Todd Gurley is just kind of good at football, so he's going to get the touchdown, and the Caps are now up by 10 with 4:16 to go in the third. Yeah, that's plenty of time. Oh my, the Lions are winning. Our third stringers are winning.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Add 4 more seconds to the clock. Yes, the Caps... Riley Painter should not have taken so long to throw that one play where they gained like 40. Shaking my head. Y'all stink at guessing. Having a good football team is nice. I mean, Jackson's teams are usually good. They just always lose in championship games. Being off by 53 years. I mean, Jax was off by 53 years for my guess. So I guess he's bad at guessing for both of us. I'm -2. That's not even like fetus. That's like extra fetus. If we don't get the first down, we should probably go for it. I know I've said that like 3 times today, but we probably should. Nope, Dalvin's going to get... I forgot Dalvin was back in the game, because he has like not done anything since that first drive. Just glad it's not the wild card anymore. I'd rather always lose in the championship than always lose in the wild card. Although losing in the championship's pretty depressing too. I mean, at least he got there. Your parents haven't even loved each other yet. Damn! I mean, maybe. When EDP messages a fetus. What a guy. Remember when EDP was in OFL 20? Someone created him as a player and he was the #1 pick? Yeah, someone made him as an offensive lineman and he was the #1 pick. Oh, look at Gordon go! Tyrone Gordon to the house for a touchdown. My point was ruined. But yeah, someone made EDP as an offensive lineman. I think it was the Packers who picked him #1 overall, and he was like an 81 or something with Superstar. He was like really good. How tall and... I think he was the first pick. Here, let me see how big he was. I don't even remember who made him. This is when coaches were allowed to make players. So it might have been a coach. What is his real name? They did his real name. I don't remember. Isn't it like Bryant? Bryant Moreland. I typed in Brian Copeland. It's Bryant Moreland. Okay. Who made him? Oh, Moltak made him. The guy who had, like, the burner. He was 5'10", 400 pounds. I mean, there you go. He's, his character was pretty, large. Didn't he allow like 3 sacks on the day he got caught? Yeah, but he got a cupcake and a fist bump, so it was all good. If the Diablo's going to stop here, things could get real interesting. Do something, Miles. Okay, well, Miles had a nice tackle, but did not get the stop. And I accidentally pressed the home button. He didn't get the fist bump. Did he at least get the cupcake? Yeah, the fist. He was denied the fist bump. I mean, he could have fist bumped himself. In that case, he still would have got it. Third quarter of the book, still a 3-point game. The Caps are up 17-14. Who is in the zone? That looks like Devin White. For a second, I thought that was Riley Painter, but since they switched sides, that's not Painter. Who is sacked on the play by Xavier Slap 'em Cheeks. The height is inaccurate. EDP is 6. He doesn't actually weigh 400 pounds, does he? Fist bump? You gonna give me a fist bump? Well, guess what? You're gonna get one back. Here, let me type in his size. I'm actually kind of curious now. When I type in EDP size, nothing comes up for what I'm looking for. What if I do 445? Okay, well that's not right. It says he weighs 131 pounds. It says he's 6'1", 131. What? I mean, that's not right. He is a fitness freak as well. Okay, this has to be a troll. This is definitely a troll. There's no way this is real.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Everyone's favorite fitness freak, EDP 445. Painter is totally a Diablo's linebacker. I mean, he played like a linebacker his first few years because he was always helping out the defense. Octi, I didn't fall. I knew that wasn't real. Obviously, I know he's not 131 pounds. But that's kind of funny. Maybe this will tell us. Huh, I guess not. Well, for all we know, he's 131 pounds. What about, does it say on famous birthdays? Maybe it says it on famous birthdays. I love how this is like a really good game, and we're worried about how much EDP weighs. Does it say it on famous birthdays? No. Okay, then clearly it's not on the internet. There's no way it's on the internet. Can I get a fist bump? We'll give out another fist bump. I fell for... Obviously, I knew he was not a fitness freak. On this site, it says his height is 6'1", but weight says not available. Well, the only number for his weight we have on the internet is 131 pounds. In fact, the body type says fat boy. Is that like a legit body type? If I was referred to as a fat boy, geez, I'd be offended. Phil is 18 for 20. He's been awfully efficient. And Painter's like 18 for 22. Or something in the ballpark. 3rd and 1. Juju wide open in the end zone, and the Diablos take the lead with 3 minutes to go. Couple big drives from Phil Chippendale to put Mexico City up. And the Caps' undefeated season is now on the line. This website, if it says 5'8", 5'10", what? I cannot imagine that's true. There's no way. How can someone function if they're 5'8", 5'10"? No disrespect, but is that like possible? Like humanly possible? You could see that being true. I mean, how does someone function at that size? That's my question. That was some bad coverage. Devin White is still in the zone. Maybe not after that play. Nope, he is now out of the zone after allowing like a 20-yard gain. That'll probably bring us to the 2-minute warning. Or the 1 minute and 59-minute warning, because the clock stopped a second later. This is anybody's game. The Caps' undefeated season is on the line. Can Mexico City... I mean, is this an upset? I guess so. I mean, I don't know if it's arguably the second best team beating the best team is an upset, but... I mean, kind of. I think that's Oldham again to the 13. Riley Painter has been really... Both quarterbacks, I think, have, like, almost confirmed that they might be the top two guys. Although Eddie Small might be up there, too. But... Ooh, that was a good throw. That wasn't Painter's fault. That was good coverage. He probably should have caught that, too. Second and 10. Painter gets it to Diggs. They should chew clock. For our sake, don't. Thank you for going no huddle. But they should chew clock. First and goal. Painter's intercepted! That might have been the worst sequence of events for the Caps I've ever seen. He had so much time to throw it, and they had no reason to go no huddle, but Xavier Cheeks picks it off, and now the undefeated season is in legitimate jeopardy. No safeties, please. No safety. That's going to be a first down for Dalvin Cook. Yeah, with 45 seconds, I mean, unless we fumble the ball, I don't know if they're going to have enough time for another play. Yeah, 39 seconds. They're done. They're done. GG. And we're going to start kneeling it. Wow, we're actually smart enough to kneel it. I didn't think we would. Good job, team. Cheeks just clapped your team. He had a sack, too. Major shout-out to Xavier Cheeks for dominating. So the Diablos are now 7-3. The Caps, remember, the Caps are going to have the best record in the league no matter what happens for the rest of the stream. Don't punt it, Johnny. Don't punt it, Johnny. Don't. Why? Why are we giving them one more shot? They're not going to do it, but why even give them a shot? Okay. Well, that's your ball game. The undefeated season for Columbus is officially over. No undefeated teams, no winless teams, because obviously Dallas and Detroit both won. Punt it there is just so stupid. I mean, all you had to do was run the clock out. The game clock was behind the play clock. Talking about his favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, while the doctors were very concerned about Moreland, continued his eating habits and at one point weighed 650 pounds. Good Lord. How does someone function at 650? That does not make sense. Both quarterbacks were really good. Painter sold at the end of the game with the interception, but other than that, he was super impressive. Phil Chippendale was also super impressive. I think, again, these two cemented themselves as probably the top two in the MVP race right now. Malcolm Tremblay had 0 rushing yards, yet he was the best receiver. Diggs had a big game. Tyrone Gordon played really well, I think. Oh, he only had 2 catches. I thought he had more. Did they have 15 rushing yards as a team? I mean, they didn't try to run the ball a whole lot in their defense. Yeah, they had 15. Remember, they had 3 at halftime. Yeah, Todd had 15. Tremblay had none on 2 carries. Ricky Seals-Jones had none on 1 carry. So they only ran the ball 8 times, but still, 15 is awfully low. All right, so we're going to sim the week. We're going to go through box scores, and then this game we will simcast is Toronto and Baltimore. And then we'll go through all the Week 12 stuff. Brian at one point started his business, Big Black Cars. At one point, it was known as BBC, which is the second biggest automobile corporation in America. I feel like everything about him has to be a troll. After taking a small break from the game, he decided to move to Russia and joined United Russia for a small vacation. While his success was limited, EDP was able to become the Prime Minister of Russia. Okay, I believe that. I think he could overthrow Putin fairly easily, right? Time to lose twice. Probably. Looks like the Raiders won, the Chiefs lost, and the Chargers have now lost 7 in a row. Raiders are making it tough on us. The Raiders beat us, didn't they? Okay, we split. I know they beat us once. Can the Dolphins win 3 in a row? Oh, my word, they did. The Dolphins are red hot, and the Jaguars are kind of falling apart a little bit. Brandon Lappman with 3 touchdowns. Joe Burrow has been ice cold as of recent. The Jaguars, with being in a really good AFC South, are in serious danger of possibly missing the playoffs. I think they're now, what, 6-4? EDP better than Putin? I'm sure EDP would run Russia just fine. Just fine. Can the Eagles stay hot? They don't. They lose to the Bulldogs. So London and Columbus are now only separated by 2 games, and they still have to play each other twice. Austin Buckley got sacked 5 times, although other than that, he was pretty good. So was Deshaun Watson. Where does Deshaun Watson go in Madden fantasy drafts? He's kind of a wild card because I think he only has star dev in Madden 22, which is kind of dumb. I get what he's going through is like serious and all that, but as a football player, he should probably have X Factor. I don't know why he is starred. The Niners, did they play the Snowhawks 2 games in a row? They did. That's funny. Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert each with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Brandon Cooks with a big game for the Snowhawks. Could one of these teams sneak in? I mean, I'd say they're both around 500-ish, a little bit below. So I guess maybe. The Jets have lost 3 in a row after starting 5-2. This time to the Bengals. Jeez, that's pretty embarrassing. You can't be losing to the Bengals. Lamar Jackson with a big game. He throws 3 tutties. Damian Harris, but not the real Damian Harris, a different Damian Harris with 69 yards. I did not even know they had Tyler Lockett. Is he their starter? I think he probably is the starter over Bobby Wilson, yeah. I did not even know they had him. Huh, the more you know. The Lions beat the Thunderbirds! No way! Oh my goodness, I was not expecting this! Detroit has now won 2 of their past 3. IT way outplayed Norris Doris. The Thunderbirds indeed getting clapped by the Lions. If Toronto beats the Lions, I'd be shocked. Well, it looks like you're not shocked. How funny. How did Reggie Peters play? I'm actually kind of curious. 3 tackles. This looks like it was more on the offense than the defense, if we're being honest. The Packers. Another big game. They beat the Steamers 35-20. Green Bay has sole possession of first place in the division now. Katie Katz with 4 touchdowns. He's had so many big games. There's a legitimate argument for him to be in the MVP race. He hasn't been consistent, but he probably leads the league in touchdowns, Katie Katz, if I were to guess. He probably does. The Carolina Panthers are back on the win column. They beat New England. It seems like the Kenneth Hawthorne fun train is kind of done. Yeah, he threw 2 picks and got injured. That seems like something he'd find a way to do. Dak Prescott was pretty good. Thunderbirds beat the Cardinals, turn around and lose to the Lions, only in the OFL. Harrison Bryant was the leading receiver. Okay. You do you, EA. Alex Anzalone with 1.5 sacks. That's a weird one. New England obviously lost. The Raiders beat the Texans 42-19. That might be a scoregami. Hold on. Is that a scoregami? That, I feel like that could be. Who scores 19 points in an NFL game? (42-19). Scoregami is offline for maintenance. Damn. Missing game. We'll check Pro Football Reference. Okay, 42. 42-19 is not a scoregami. F in the chat. Marvin Jones and Baker Mayfield were both pretty good. Mr. McDonald's filled in. What? Steve Bush with 2 touchdowns. It's been offline for like a month. Okay. Well, they better get it back for football season. Or else that'd be weird. We need scoregamis in our lives. Do the Rams... Ooh, they win 2 in a row. They beat the struggling Saints 17-14. Winston and Keith were both fine. Jameis is pretty good. Oh, Cole McDonald. Okay. Cole McDonald threw a pick. E-I-E-I-O. I feel like Kenneth Hawthorne gets hurt a lot, so it's probably not that serious. But I guess it could be. The Bills have now lost 8 in a row, if you have been counting at home. 34-21. Andy Morrison with a big game. Garoppolo kind of sucked. I think the Bills should try to find a time machine. Good for Cooper. They should try to find a time machine and go back to week 2 when they were 2-0. When times were simpler. And now they're pretty bad. Saints lost. Sentinels lose to the Bucks. So Tampa Bay is rebounding in a big way after losing to the Cowboys. 4 more touchdowns for Jordan Love. Tua Tagovailoa with 3 and 2 picks. Jimmy Garoppolo's been gone since like week 4. There has not been any Garoppolo for a while here. The Snowhawks lost. Their last 2 games were against the 49ers, too. Huh. Memphis lost. The Steelers keep winning. They are 7-3, and they are now a full game ahead of the Cougars. Wow. Hurry up and get to Cardinals Colts. I think the Steelers have to be the biggest surprise in the league. They have not been good at all. I think they might have the least amount of wins of anybody in OFL 21. And they didn't make that many moves in the offseason. But for whatever reason, they're really good. And the AFC North is better than it's normally been. Octo, you won 2 games. I demand we watch us. Well, maybe you'll be on the poll for weeks 13 to 16 now that you've won a game. If the Lions were 0-15, we would have watched their week 17 game, though, for sure. The Titans keep winning. They are 3-0 today. They beat the Chiefs 17-14. You didn't just get Cougar dominated. Scuda and Beretta were both pretty good. Beretta got sacked 5 times. Normally, the Chiefs' offensive line is allowing those types of numbers. I see a big 3.5 in there for Chase Young. Be right back and eat dinner. All right, you enjoy that. The Bengals won. The Bills lost. The Bucks won. The Bulldogs won. The Caps lost. The Colts with 35. They beat the Cardinals 35-17. Wow. Eddie Small with 3 touchdowns. Smirnoff played better today, but he was outperformed by Eddie Small, who is also firmly in the MVP discussion. I think it's Eddie, Chip, and Painter in some order, and then everybody else. Darius Leonard had 2.5 sacks. The Cardinals, I think, are still in first place in the division, which is wild, because that division just sucks. Dallas wins again. Oh, so Dallas and Detroit. Oh, Aaron Trout with 5 touchdowns. Aaron Trout's been a beast today. He's been really good. But Dallas and Detroit are 2-1 today each. Dallas and Detroit have won more games than the Caps today, because the Caps had a bye week. How many catches? I'll go back in a second. We might have skipped over you. Or since we're close to the Colts, we'll just go to the Colts. How did Roman Higgins play today? Wow, 2 catches for 8 yards. What a game. Oh, we saw the Chiefs, we saw the Cougars, we saw the Cowboys. That's everybody. Okay. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 1. Players of the week, Jordan Love wins it 2 weeks in a row. Amari Cooper, Kaiser White, he had 2 fumble forces. Damn. And then Chase Young. Okay, I forget who's the road team, I want to say it's Toronto. Is this the first time a team has been a user twice in the same video? Or, I guess, the same stream? Nope, Toronto's home. Okay, on second thought, I guess we're using Baltimore. Smirnov, you're canceled. Wait, the Cardinals are 5-5, right? And they're tied for first in the division with, I think, San Francisco. We'll go through the standings after Week 12, but I need to see. Yep, okay. If the Niners win that division, that'd be funny. That would be funny. The Niners have a point differential of -60. Yet they're 5-5. The NFC West and the AFC West have both been two of the best divisions throughout OFL 21, but this year they both suck. Particularly the NFC West. I mean, at least with the AFC West, we're still good. I guess the AFC West isn't that bad. But the NFC West is garbage. Ooh, it's raining. I think every division, the top teams are separated by no more than a game, except for the NFC East, because the Caps are really good. I'm pretty sure all other 7 divisions are, like, super close. Can the Ravens win 3 in a row? Or can if the Thunderbirds lose this game, their season is in major jeopardy. So they need to win this game. Baltimore doesn't absolutely need to, although a win here would be really big. They can get some nice momentum with a 3-game win streak. Okay, we're going to go a little bit slower. We're not going to watch yet, but we're going to go slower. NFC North better. Well, the NFC North kind of sucks too. Unlike the NFC West, yeah, the NFC West does not have a really bad team. The NFC North does. Sorry, Detroit. Intercepted by Marlon Humphrey. Okay, Toronto appears to be in the driver's seat, but we're only up by 2. Baltimore gets the stop. We're not gonna still hop in yet. Big play for somebody. Then Tyreek Hill gets 11. 2nd and 20. Another penalty. 2nd and 30. They're going to kick the field goal here, right? Yep. You should let Rosen finish. I mean, Duvall's not even playing that badly. Finish the middle. Christmas is a holiday, but Kenny is a galladay. I know where you're going there. Okay, should we hop in? Ravens have it at the Toronto 33 with 1:42. We're going to hop in. That had to have been a really bad punt. I forgot about the... What do you mean I forgot about the Niners? Ravens have to call a timeout. Somebody's hurt. Is that Hill or Terry? Niners are 5... Yeah, the Niners are not really bad. I mean, the Niners aren't good. I mean, their point differential is -60 for a reason. Oh, what a move by Rashad Penny! I think that's Rashad Penny. He's their starting running back. It is for the lead! The former Thunderbird against his old team! Are they going to go for 2 or not? Sarcasm, no, Octi. It's Kenny. It was Clark. Of course. The Niners are... I agree the Niners are bad, but they're not, like, really bad. I mean, they're better than the Rams and the Snowhawks. I would say. I don't think the Niners... I think Arizona's still going to win their division, mainly because it's just such a train wreck. I think they have to win that. And if not, that'd be pretty embarrassing. The Cardinals are way too good to let the frickin' Niners win that division. Tyreek Hill's 11 catches. Dang. Well, since this is an endgame situation, we still might as well watch. I don't think there's a chance for overtime since the Ravens are up by 5. I think the only way there's overtime is if Toronto gets a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and then the Ravens kick a field goal. I think that's the only possible way we would get overtime. The Thunderbirds have all 3 timeouts. That play's not going to get him anything, but it'll stop the clock.
Complete to Evan Ingram. He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Doris is going to be sacked. A huge play for DeMarcus Lawrence, and the Thunderbirds are going to go all time. And now it's 3rd and 21. This field is awfully soggy, by the way. It's like super dark. Doris with a strike. He was open. He should have made that throw. And now this is the ball game. 4th and 21. Toronto's season might be on the line right here. Don't throw it to the running back. Don't throw it. He's going to go deep. Down the field. And it is caught inside the 25. C.D. Lamb keeps the season alive. Who wins today? Did the Titans play the Colts? That's a good game. That game better have been on the poll. I had to have put that on the poll. There's no way I didn't. Did I not put that on the poll? Why? Doris gets it back for Lamb. They got to call that last timeout. Yep. So Toronto has to punch in without any timeouts. Yeah, but why did I put the Titans and Colts game on the poll? That's such a good game. I'm going to guess... I have a feeling the Colts will. What a bad decision by Doris to go for a check down. That was like when Smirnoff went for a check down at the end of the last game, but the only problem is there was still an extra timeout that they could call. In this case, they couldn't. So the Ravens are going to win it. So after losing to the Lions, the Ravens go 3-0 in their last 3 games today. So even though they lost to Detroit, I would still consider today a success for the Ravens. For Toronto, not so much. Norris Doris has not been good this year. He's really not. Aaron Jones and Rashad Penny both played pretty well. Tyreek Hill, he was the one who got injured at the end of the game. Uh-oh. Trayvon Tubbets with over 100 yards. C.D. Lamb did 2. Otis Adams scores twice. Claiborne allows 3 sacks. Walty only allowed 1. And he only allowed 1 because he got hurt. That's the only reason why he only allowed 1, because he got injured. He has to lead the league in sacks allowed. 3 for Lawrence, 2 for Quentin Williams. Cody Cantrell is hurt. How many injuries were there today? Good Lord. You see today as a disappointment. I guess because the undefeated season's over, I don't really blame you. But the Caps are still going to have the best record in the league no matter what. So Toronto is 4-7. Are the Ravens 7-4? Or are they 6-5? They're not 7-4, are they? No, the Ravens aren't 7-4. The Ravens are 7-4. Wow, would you look at that? We'll check injuries at the end. That's probably either Wally or Cantrell. Cantrell's been kind of good, so they should probably hope that's Wally who's hurt. Because Wally has not been good. The Cougars won, and the Steelers lost, so a 3-way tie in the AFC North at 7-4. Wow. That division's shaping out to be really interesting. Did the Saints go 0-4 today? After going undefeated last stream... Oh, no, they won. I was hyping them up to lose, and they won. I mean, Portland's not all that good, so I guess that makes sense. Jameis Winston had a really good game. Mahomes was, not great. Not going to score a touchdown, dumping it off to running back. Stupid. Yeah, pretty much. That was a really dumb decision, but EA clock management, there's nothing like it. Who had a worse day for themselves today, Smirnov or Doris? Because both of them were pretty bad collectively. Orlando loses again to Carolina. I think the Panthers are now in first place in the South on their own. I think. They should be. Check Caps, Bulldogs now. How about no? Nice game for Jalen Smith. You drafted him, by the way, Nick. That's true. I mean, that's still a pretty good draft pick, considering he's a 4th rounder with X Factor. But if I were to rank the starting quarterbacks this year, he would be towards the bottom. Wow, the Lions won again! The Steamers started 5-1, and they have lost 5 in a row. In overtime, with a 4th quarter comeback. The Lions went 3-1 today, guys. Way to go, Detroit. Way to go, Isaiah Thomas. And Will Duvall was great, too. Both quarterbacks were outstanding in this game. So back to the point I was making earlier. Could the Lions make the playoffs? I mean, they went 3-1 today. The Steamers and Thunderbirds have not helped their cases. Although the Packers have had a good day. The Steelers! The Dolphins are 4-0 today. What? They had one win going into the stream. Octa, you jinxed my defense. I guess I did. Because I said your defense was top-notch, and they allowed that. So, I guess I kind of did. That's my fault. My bad. What if the Dolphins won their division? That'd be kind of funny. I mean, the AFC East isn't that good. They absolutely could win this division. They absolutely could find a way to do it. Texans lose to the... Ooh, the Chargers win their first game since week 3. Would you look at that? Vincenzo and Baker were both pretty blah. We play the 49ers, oh dear. We already know Toronto lost. The Colts do beat the Titans, so Tennessee does not go 4-0 today. The Colts get the win. Does Eddie Small help his MVP case? He does. Javi Beretta was even better, though. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns. Christian Kirk has been a machine for them. What a pickup. I mean, I'm not upset that we traded him because he wasn't really doing anything for us. I still think that's a win for us. But Christian Kirk has been a gigantic addition for the Titans. The Bengals, did we see theirs already? No, we did not. They lost to the Cougars 26-34. That might be a score got me too. Hold on. Let's check Pro Football Reference. 26-34. Nope. 32-26 is, but not 34. So DR3 got hurt. Nathan Ford came in and dominated. Lamar Jackson was good too, but Nathan Ford, the backup quarterback, with 4 touchdowns in relief of DR3. Huh. Okay. This season continues to get weirder and weirder. The Bills, do they lose again? Yes, they do. 32-35. 9 losses in a row for the Buffalo Bills. Could Jordan Love be in the MVP discussion? After they lost that game to the Cowboys, the Bucs have clearly woken up. Garoppolo was good again, even though his team lost. Devontae Parker and Amari Cooper both played really well. Congrats to IT on finally winning games. I mean, it's not even like the Lions won 1. They went 3-1. That's really impressive. And they're not out of the playoff hunt. The Bulldogs lose to the Caps 28-20. So the Caps do beat London. That's a huge win. If the Caps lost this game, I could have seen things really starting to spiral down. But they are still, what, 3 games ahead of the Bulldogs with 5 weeks left to go? Yeah, so the Caps should hold on to win this division. If they lost this game, then things would get weird and funky. But I think the Caps are probably going to be fine. TJ Watt with 3.5 sacks. 1.5 for Devontae Russell. The Caps obviously won. The Cardinals lost to the 49ers. What has the NFC West turned into? Is San Francisco seriously going to make the playoffs? The only passing touchdown today was by Norman Quigley. Okay, then. All right, suit yourself. Alexei Smirnov with a nice passer rating. So the Cardinals are 5-6. The Niners are 6-5. Have these two teams already played against each other? I don't know. If they have, and if the Niners won, then that'd be very significant. Yup. The Niners are a game ahead of the Cardinals, and they hold the head-to-head tiebreaker. How did Higgins do, by the way? Hold on, let me check. 6 for 71. That's pretty good. The Chargers won. The Cardinals have a losing record. Things you did not expect to see this year. God damn it! We cannot beat these fools! How? We're such a better team than the Chiefs, but we cannot beat them. Can we beat Cobra once? I want the Chiefs to make the playoffs. Go Chiefs for the rest of the year. I want them to make the playoffs, just so we can play them. I think it's been 2 straight years that they swept us. Ha! Juju was better than Shoddy. Okay, it wasn't a total loss. Nolan Powers, the new pickup, had a good game. 2.5 sacks for Garrett. We cannot beat these guys. I don't get it. If I was you, I'd way rather play the Niners. Oh, definitely. Yeah, if I'm the Caps, don't go Cardinals. The Eagles beat Dallas 24-27 in overtime. Ooh. Buckley and Trout each with 2 picks. The Eagles could definitely make the playoffs as a wild card. The NFC East could really see 3 teams get in. Probably not Dallas, but London and the Eagles could both get in. I mean, how many other teams are seriously competing for a wild card? The NFC South is a train wreck where everybody's killing each other. The NFC West sees everybody killing each other. The NFC North sees everybody killing each other. But the NFC East has 3 legitimately good teams. Hey, Octi, I am back from my toilet. Welcome back from your toilet. Wow, the Jags went 0-3 today. Wow. Chiefs, Ohio State, Diablos, Michigan. Well, no, because the Diablos are better than the Chiefs. The Diablos just can't beat the Chiefs. It's like the Caps and the Bulldogs until the Caps finally won. Like, we're better than them, but we just cannot beat them. Oh, Marvin Jones got hurt. And Patrick Mahomes came in and played pretty well. How many quarterback injuries have been there today? There have been quite a few. We haven't seen New England's game yet, so we don't know what the deal with Kenneth Hawthorne is. Because remember, he got hurt last week. Did the Jets go 0-4? No, they beat New England 30-21, and the AFC East continues to get weirder and weirder. Okay, so Kenneth Hawthorne was healthy, and yeah, he has reverted back to the old Kenneth Hawthorne that we all know and love. I was wondering where this Kenneth Hawthorne has been. He's been hiding. Good to see he's back. A lot of picks. That makes sense, considering Hawthorne threw 4. The Lions won. The Packers lost. Oh! So Green Bay does not go 4-0 today. They go 3-1. Still a good day for Green Bay, though, because they played well. Good game for Katie Katz and Keith Priolio. Toronto sucked. The Steamers sucked. So overall, Green Bay is one of the biggest winners of the stream. And Katie Katz is a legitimate MVP candidate. The Panthers, did we see theirs? Yeah, they won. New England lost. Who did we use her? We used her the Thunderbirds. Right? No, we used her the Ravens. Okay, so that's everyone. Alright, let's take a look at the playoff picture. No, we should do the standings first. I think there's better context if we start with the standings. In the AFC North, 3-way tie for first. The Cougars, Ravens, and Steelers. I think the AFC is better than the NFC this year. Look at all these 7-4 teams. It's like a 7-way tie. It's a 7-way tie for the 1 seed. Jesus Christ. And then in the NFC, there aren't as many good teams. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess there's 7 teams over 500. The AFC South is next. Right? Yeah, the Colts and Titans are tied for first. The Jags and Texans are not far behind. The biggest winner of this stream is you. I mean, you guys are one of the biggest winners. Jets, Pats, and Dolphins all within 1 game. The Bills, they kind of suck. In the AFC West, the Diablos and Raiders, the Raiders are the 3rd-ranked team in the league. Good for them. How do we have a negative point differential? Huh? I would not have expected that. Of course, the Chiefs is positive because, you know, luck. NFC North, the Packers are in first place. The Steamers are on complete freefall. NFC South, Carolina's in first place. The East, the Caps are close to clinching. And then in the West, the Niners are now in first place. So one of these 7-4 teams is not going to be in because the Jets have to be in since they lead the AFC East. So one of these 7-4 teams is not in. Biggest loser might be Smirnoff, although Norris Doris is up there too. So the Diablos are a 1 seed. Colts, Cougars, Jets, Raiders, Titans, Steelers. No, Ravens are 7. So the Steelers are 7-4, but they are not in. And all of these teams, except for the Jets, are also 7-4. In the NFC, not really as much surprises. Caps, Panthers. Niners are 3. Packers, Bulldogs, Eagles, Bucks. This game would be a mess. Honestly, I kind of hope we see the Niners and Eagles play in the playoffs, because that would just be funny. I mean, the Eagles aren't that bad. The Niners, I guess they kind of are. Weekly awards. Will Duvall, Lamar Jackson, Marcus May, and DeMarcus Lawrence. Andy Morrison is 1st in passing yards. The Ravens are 2nd in offensive yards. Huh. Is Andy Morrison an MVP candidate? He kind of is. Okay, so let's sort by rating, because I think that's the best metric. So among starters, first place is Riley Painter, Eddie Small, Will Duvall, okay, Katie Katz, Phil Chippendale. Smirnoff is way down. Smirnoff doesn't even have 100. Smirnoff is towards the bottom of the pack. How the mighty have fallen. So I would say the top 5 for the MVP right now, I guess Hawthorne has to be last, yeah. The top 5 for MVP right now is probably Eddie, Katz, Painter, maybe Love, maybe Morrison, maybe Buckley, probably Chip. It's probably Chip, Love, Painter, Katz, and Small, but Andy Morrison is like right there. So I think it's a 6-way race at the moment. I don't think anyone else is really in there. Maybe Javi. You can make a case for Javi, but no, he's not with Phil. He's not with Phil. Smirnoff for MVP. McCaffrey. Could he be an MVP candidate? No, probably not. Although he's having a great year. Javi. Chip has only thrown 3 interceptions, though. Javi's thrown like 7. Jamison Crowder might be an Offensive Player of the Year candidate. Ooh, Juju's 2nd and Gordon is 4th. Nice. Nice. Juju's probably an Offensive Player of the Year candidate, too. It's probably Juju, maybe Crowder, and then some of those running backs. Kittle is 2nd in catches. Damn. Are there any other receivers who could be Offensive Player of the Year candidates? Allen Robinson is 11. Britton Jennings is 10. Does Wally lead the league in sacks allowed? He's tied. Okay, I thought he'd be first. What was his injury? Nothing. He's fine. Remember, he's a 61 in pass protector. So this really should not be that much of a surprise now that I think about it. And in agile, he's a 41. Mike Faulkner leads in tackles. Cool. All right, we're going to go conference by conference for sacks and picks because that'll make it easier. For sacks, Nick Bosa with 14.5. Chase Young is close behind, so is Darius Leonard. Interceptions, 5 for Barney Stapleton. Jermaine Pratt. These are really good numbers. He might be a Defense Player of the Year candidate. Fumble forces 2 for Isaiah Simmons, Darius Leonard, Myles Garrett, and Devin White. Anyone with multiple recoveries? No. In the NFC, we'll start with sacks. 15 for Von Miller. Nobody's really close to that. Interceptions, 5 for Jalen Ramsey. Fumbles. 3. Jalen Ramsey's the Defense Player of the Year right now. 5 interceptions, tied for the league lead. 3 fumble forces, sole possession of the league lead. He's got to be the Defense Player of the Year right now. Definitely. All right, are there any perfect kickers? I see one. I saw a couple hundreds. There's one. Who is it? We've got Lawrence Stewart, Chris Boswell, and Mark Carpenter, who are perfect. None of them attempted more than 12 field goals. But Peters has 8.5 sacks. Wow, he has picked himself up today. Who is last in punts? The Titans. Imagine saying that a year ago, that the Titans would be last in punts. How many return touchdowns have we had? The only kick return touchdowns by Junior Warner of the Steamers. And then punt returns, no one. All right, we're going to look at injuries. We're going to look at the schedule for the next 4 weeks, and then that will end the stream. Anything significant? Ryan Kelly is kind of the big deal. I think that's new. Was Darren Quickly hurt? I think Swift was, but I don't know about these two. So the Sentinels have gotten hit pretty hard. Jair Alexander broke. That's big and new. Joey Bosa, torn bicep. Have the Dolphins been doing this without Joey Bosa? Hold on. When did he get hurt? He got hurt week 9. So the Dolphins have been doing this since Joey Bosa got hurt. Ronnie Harrison's been hurt like all year. Jaquan Gore is injured again. He cannot stay healthy. How many games has he played year by year? There's no way he's played 16 games. 11, 10, 10, 6. He played 16 as a rookie. He cannot stay healthy for the life of him. Only one more for Nicholas Davidson. Rigoberto Ramirez is out for another 2 weeks, and that's everyone because we were on Baltimore. All right, let's look at the schedule, see what games entices, and then that will do it. I don't want team, I want league. Week 13, Thunderbirds, Lions. Probably not. Eagles, Caps is pretty good. Jags, Colts, that might be the choice. Cougar, Steamers isn't bad. Dolphins, Ravens is no longer bad because Miami's kind of injury. It said one new. I think that player had to have been, like, healed. Because Ronnie Harrison's been hurt, like, all year. Steelers, Pats, Titans, Raiders. Both of these teams are 7-4. Texans, Cardinals, maybe. Bulldogs, Diablos is pretty good. Panthers, Saints isn't that bad. Bucks, Jets isn't terrible. Bulldogs, Caps is a good game. We better win by 40. Saints, Dolphins is pretty good. Cougars, Pats isn't that bad. Eagles, Raiders is pretty good. Cardinals, Bucks, maybe. Steamers, Packers. That's a big game. Texans, Chiefs. Niners, Panthers. Octa, you kind of sound like SpongeBob. That's definitely not a compliment. Tell that to Apple. See what he says. When Apple streams his championship, what do you guys say? That was tomorrow? Tell him that. I want to hear. What would his reaction be? I'm curious. Swear. No, Ronnie's. We can check. Ronnie's been hurt like all year. Or he got hurt early in the year. Colts Diablos is pretty good. Cardinal Sentinels, maybe. Jets Saints, maybe. Titans Jags is a good game. Cougars Ravens. Ooh, that's a good game. Steamers Bulldogs, maybe. Packers Toronto, Bucks Panthers is pretty good. Panthers Caps is a good game. Dolphins Diablos Eagles. Packers Saints. Chiefs Raiders. Cardinals Jags. Bucks Niners. Titans Pats. Maybe Lions Steamers. Ravens Steelers. Dolphins Sentinels. Yeah, Harrison is not new. We'll check his injury. We'll see how long he's been hurt. And then we're going to end the stream. I think he got hurt the first stream of the year. This is definitely not new. He got hurt in week 1. Yeah, he's been hurt all year. But that will conclude the stream. Another big 4 weeks in the books. A lot of things have changed. No more winless teams. No more undefeated teams. The Detroit Lions have gone 3-1 today, and they are now... What's the Packers' record? Are they 6-5? The Lions are 3 games out of first place. Just saying. Record prediction for you guys, I will say 10-6, which is probably good enough to make the playoffs. But the AFC is super deep, so I don't think anyone's going to clinch a playoff spot in the AFC until the earliest, like week 15 maybe. Whereas in the NFC, the Caps could probably clinch maybe next week if they win. And then everybody else is going to clinch later. But that will end it. Hope everybody enjoyed. Next stream will be sometime next week. I don't really know when that'll be, but that'll be sometime. So, yeah. Upgrades are going to be soon, by the way. I don't know if they're going to be tonight, but they're going to be within the next, 24 hours. So, expect upgrades